Hey guys, it's me, Goldilocks, and this is my channel, Goldilocks Does That Aesthetics. So in this video, we're going to talk about your fat survival. It's like the most important thing when you're, minus your health, besides your health. It's like the most important thing in the process, and we need the fat to survive so we can be happy with all the money we just spent to get a new butt. Okay, so let's talk about it. Want to hear? Here it go. Okay, so first thing first, let's talk about volume loss. Okay, so when you initially get your BBL, what they inject into you is mostly fat, but it's also like 20 to 30% fluid, and the reason they're putting that fluid in is just so that it's easier to get the fat in your body. Okay, so what happens, your surgeon injects the fluid and the fat into your body, but your body eventually absorbs the fluid. Okay, so when you hear about people having initial volume loss, it's not because the fat died. It's because their body absorbed the additional liquid that was inserted into the body with the fat so that it can go in more effectively. Okay, so let's just talk about that. So initially you're gonna lose like 20 to 30% volume after a few weeks, once that fluid is like processed to your body. Okay, and so then after that, what's remaining is the fat that we need to survive. Okay, so let's just talk about like the most important things that keep that fat alive. First things first, the best thing you can do to make sure that your like fat survives after your surgery is to make sure you're going to a good surgeon. I mean, that's like number one, that is paramount. Okay, so with me, my doctor, like, she had a wonderful medical history. Her patient's results were beautiful. You know, she was certified. I didn't stay in the US, so she wasn't like, you know, certified in the US, but she was certified in her country, which was the Dominican Republic. So I was very confident with her and her work. But for you and your surgeon, like, it's super important that you do your research and make sure you're just not going to anybody. Like, don't go for the cheapest price, like go for the best results, because at the end of the day, it's your body. You have to live with this body for the rest of your life. So make sure that the results you get are the results you want. You're also going to get the body you want safely. Okay, so that's number one, making sure you choose the right doctor. Two, I already addressed this in my previous video of this series, and it's talking about how your fat is processed. I won't go into a lot of detail here because I already went into a lot of detail in that video, but basically it's important that when your fat is transferred, that you remove excess debris out of the fat. When you move excess debris out of fat, you have there's less likely a chance that you'll get complications. Also, the more gently that fat is processed, the more likely it is to survive, because a dead cell is not a happy cell. A dead cell or a damaged cell is just going to die in your body. It's going to get reabsorbed, and you're not going to get the results that you're looking for. Okay, so after the doctor, make sure that you are familiar with how your fat is being processed so that you can get the best results possible. Third thing you can do, this comes after your surgery. So after you pick the doctor, which is before, and you know, and you get the best like processing of the fat possible, which is during the surgery. The third best thing you can do to help your fat survive is to make sure you're wearing your compression garments. Like, make sure you're wearing them. Like, I know they're super uncomfortable and they can get itchy, but they really are there to help you. Like, your compression garments just kind of keeps everything where it needs to be while it heals, so it heals properly. So make sure you're wearing your compression garments so that you are getting the right shape. Fourth thing you can do, make sure that you're not putting too much pressure on your butt, right? So this is usually like important like 10 days to like 2 weeks after your surgery. After that, you're pretty good to go. But in that short period, like, try to keep as much pressure off your butt as possible. Like, I know for me, like, I waited a week after my surgery, after I got on the plane, because I had to get on the plane to come back home, and I was sitting there for like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 hours, which is like, oh, like excruciating. But I sat there and it really didn't affect my results too much. But again, I was healthy, I was in good shape, so I didn't really have any complications. I was good to go. And that's why I say, you know, it's super, 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 super important that you are in the best health possible. And actually, let's put that on there. Number 5, right? Number 5 is make sure you are in the best health possible. And this is actually go before the surgery too. Make sure you are in the best health possible before you're going into your surgery. Like, a healthy body is a body that heals properly. So just remember that. Please stay healthy and you'll have great results, okay? Number 6, do not smoke and drink. I mean, that's technically 2 things, but we'll just combine it into one. Try not to smoke and drink. So if you're like a smoker of anything, make sure you kind of curb that before your surgery, because you want to make sure that your cells are giving the most oxygen possible, and smoking can deplete that, and like drinking is just not good for your body either. Like, it's going to hinder your healing. So please, after your surgery, please, oh please, oh please, don't smoke or drink, you know, at least till it's your healing time, which is usually 3 months. So if you can wait 3 months to not just smoke or drink so that you can have the perfect body forever, like, do it. Totally do it. Next thing you can do, I totally lost count at this point. I think it's 7, 6 or 7. I don't know. But next thing you can do is avoid like strenuous exercise, because strenuous exercise put pressure on your booty. Like, don't do it. Like, no strenuous exercise for at least like 3 months after your surgery. Like, just don't do it. I know it's fun. You want to go out here and play football and soccer and lacrosse or whatever, float your boat. But try not to do like strenuous exercise. Try not to do strenuous exercise. There is more than enough time in the span of your life, because you're having this body for the rest of your life, baby. So there's more than enough time to get your body like perfect or exactly how you want it. So just don't overdo it. Let your body heal. Let the surgery and the surgeon do his magic so that your body can be perfect and all your fat cells can survive, okay? Next thing you can do after your surgery, make sure you get your lymph drainage massage, because what it's going to do is it's going to help move out any extra fluid, you know, slow down inflammation so that your body can heal correctly, because you don't want excess fluid hanging around your body. It causes swelling, inflammation. You don't want it. You don't want it. Now, me, for example, I only had 2 of the lymphatic drainage massages. I should have had more, but it was so painful. So don't be like me though. Don't be a wuss. Don't be a wuss. Get your lymphatic drainage massages so that your body can heal as perfectly as possible, okay? We need that fat to survive, because we need to keep that booty, okay? The next 2 things, the last 2 things really that you can do to help your fat survival rate, and it's kind of twofold. The first thing is make sure you're eating a nutrient-rich diet. So if you're not already, make sure you get on the multivitamins, right? Because nutrient-rich body is a healed body, okay? So make sure you take your supplements, and then on top of that, you're eating like a healthy diet. So make sure you know you have your carbs, your proteins, your healthy fats, all that. You need a lot of nutrients because you went through a major surgery. Your body is healing. Like, it needs the most nutrients possible to stay as healthy as possible and to make sure that fat survives, okay? And it kind of goes into the last point, which is to maintain your weight. So make sure you're eating, because a lot of times after surgery, I know me in particular, I kind of just didn't feel like eating. Plus I ate so much to put on weight. Like, after I didn't really have to do that anymore, my body just didn't want to eat. So I did lose a little weight. Don't be like that. Don't be like me. Make sure you're eating properly so that you can help maintain your weight. And then also, don't overdo it. Don't, like, it's not junk food time, ladies. Like, I know you got the perfect body, you think you can eat how you want. Like, nah, like, it doesn't work like that. You still have to maintain. Of course, you are gonna be like super amazingly sexy and wonderful, and you have the body you want now, but you have to maintain that body. So make sure that, you know, one way or the other, whether it comes to gaining weight or losing weight, you don't do either. You try to stay at the same weight so it's not putting stress on your fat cells, because when you gain weight, your fat cells expand. When you lose weight, your fat cells shrink. So we don't need any of that. We just need to make sure that the fat cells stay exactly where they need to be so they can grow and thrive, so that they can heal properly and you can maintain your fat after your BBL. I hope that has given you a lot of information about how you can take care of yourself before or after your surgery, to ensure that you like get the best BBL results that you can possibly get. I personally love the BBL. I highly recommend it. Of course, you always have to make the right decision for you, and take in mind, I'm not a doctor or anything, I'm just an informed consumer. Okay, so make sure, if you haven't already, go back and watch the first video where we talk about the processing of the fat, so you can know what to look out for when you're talking to your doctor, when you're looking for a doctor. Okay, and then also go through the Brazilian butt lift series, my BBL series, so you can get as much information as possible. Okay, so thank you for watching. As always, I appreciate you. I'll see you in the next video.